Yo, check it out, I gotta speak the truth about the hardest working small channel in the crypto.
Just as I predicted, Bitcoin is ramping up. It's on its way towards the 120% gains. Welcome back to the Crypto Father channel. Today is the 23rd of April. Remember yesterday I was laughing at, in my video, I was laughing at the Tweedledum brothers, the altcoin daily actor twins, having guests on their show pertaining to know what they're talking about and calling Bitcoin to go down to $10,000 and having magical charts that were produced by mass numbers of PhD holders, and they were so mystical that they must have been simply true. Well, it looks like their charts kind of fell flat on their asses, although I'm sure when the bear market comes, they'll be calling those charts forward and saying, see, we told you so. Anyway, Plan B called it out, I think the best, saying it's begun. The black and the gray line have converged and now it's pump time. So before we jump into all of that, let's have a quick look at the market, because I think it's very, very interesting to look at the market. We've got a $2.9 trillion market cap. It's been a while since we've seen 2.9, how the market's been hovering at about 2.7, 2.5, I think recently, and finally crawling its way up to 3 trillion, $119 billion in trading volume. Bitcoin is at $91,000. It broke above that line, but we'll look at the chart in just a second. Ethereum is above 1600 or 1500 rather, so that's good to see on the Ethereum. BNB at above 600, Solana $144, Cardano at 65 cents. I read an article somewhere saying that there are certain levels that Cardano needs to hold in order to break above the 80 cent, did I say dollars? About the 80 cent mark. And of course, we're still waiting for Cardano to break back above $3 or $3.05 that it reached in its all-time high in the last cycle. Toncoin at $3 finally. Litecoin $83, pumping. Litecoin's pumping. Polkadot seeing a little bit of gain as well. And a quick look at Meowcoin. Meowcoin's got quadruple O. The market cap hasn't really changed on Meowcoin. But so looking at Bitcoin, we can see the 50 and the 10-day MA slowly bending upwards, so that's good to see. Bitcoin has broken above the 200 MA, but it hasn't closed the candle on the daily, at least, above that. On the 4-hour chart, obviously everything is in progress as it should be, with the exception of the 100 MA, which is still trading below the 200 MA, while the 10 and the 50s are both above. That's on the 4-hour, but of course we need to have that daily candle close above the 200 MA to confirm this reversal. And some channels were talking about a falling wedge breakout, which was over here. I guess that would have been the falling wedge, and we've had a nice breakout right here out of that, and so that is an indicator of a trend reversal, quite possibly. That's what the suggestion would be. So this is the breakout and hopefully trend reversal. Also keep in mind that we are still in the time frame for which I predicted, just as I predicted, within the next few months up until June, we're going to see this 120% rally. Whether it's going to be 120%, I don't know, but based on my previous predictions, which came true so far, I called the 73. I didn't really call it. I kind of followed along with Gareth Soloway, who said, and I agreed with it, because looking at the levels, Bitcoin was going to reclaim the levels that it did reclaim at 76,000 dollars. It didn't go down all the way to 73, but it did get pretty close to 74. And so right now we are within the time chart of my predictions of Bitcoin pumping to 120%. And you need to keep in mind something just to keep in the back of your head. We are presently in a time of paused tariffs, and it's kind of a delayed response. The pump is a delayed response to that, but we are still maintaining the 90 days, and shit could very easily hit the fan at around the 90-day time marker, April, May, June, July, which would be towards the end of this predicted timeline that I talked about. So what I'm saying is we're going to see a massive pump now. The tariffs are going to kick in, and then we're going to see a trend reversal. So I don't think, unless something happens and all of this goes all the way into August, I think there's still going to be another pump coming in. So this isn't going to be a leg. And I think because of the presumption or the assumption that there's going to be a massive amount of liquidity coming into the crypto market with the institutional investors and institutional adoption, the prediction is that there's going to be a massive amount of liquidity moving into the market, which is going to pump prices higher. And if that were to come to fruition, I don't think that we're going to have a peak at $170,000. Now, of course, right here at about this time, when Bitcoin hit $108,000, the market cap stood at about $4 trillion. So in order to see Bitcoin reach 170,000, we'd need to see a market cap of about $5 or $6 trillion, most likely. And anything beyond that is obviously going to have to be a significantly higher number. I assume that if Bitcoin were to go to $250,000 or $60,000, we'd probably need a market cap of about $10 trillion. So I'm not sure that that's going to happen this time around, quite possibly in the next bull run, but maybe not this time. So this could very well be the last stage of the bear of the bull run, although I'm not convinced that it is. I think it's just going to be another leg up, and then we'll see a final push. So we've got this one little bump right here in March of 2024, and then another little bump, double top right here in December of 2024, and then January 2025, a retracement, and now we're moving up again. And I think we're going to see another wave claiming some epic heights, and then another retracement, and all of that is, I think, equivalent to these little bumps that are occurring right here. This epic move is going to be so epic, it's going to make people's head spin, because these waves have been increasing since the inception of Bitcoin. You can see that the first bull runs were tiny, minuscule blimps on the chart. You can hardly see them right here, one I think, and then this was another one, 2010, 2014, 13, and then 2017, 18 right here. And so these bull runs become more and more pronounced. And if you look at the last one and the magnitude of them, compare the magnitude of the bull run of 2014 to 2017, 14 to 2017, and even 2010 to 2014. And then let's have a look at, and then the magnitude of 2017 to 2024, and 2024 to 2021 rather, to 2025. The magnitude is simply not there. So I think we're going to see a massive set of candles that is going to be pumping way higher. It's going to look a lot thicker over here. And I feel like somebody's stealing my ideas here. Dan Crypto Trades here. Has Bitcoin begun its final stage of this cycle? Good to note. You'll never truly know. That was my phone talking all of a sudden. Strange, eh? Good to note. You'll never truly know until after the fact. Obviously, people claiming they know anything for certain are lying. No one knows. Not me, not you. That's what I was saying yesterday. See, don't, like, these people watch my channel. They don't appreciate. They don't acknowledge me, and then they steal my ideas and they put it out. They accept my ideas, accept my predictions, my views, and then they push it as their own. I do know the high time frame trend is still up, and the fact that Bitcoin is showing the strength it does in the face of all the uncertainty makes a good case for an extension of the cycle until later this year, in my opinion. If not this, then eventual liquidity injections and further easing by central banks should eventually do the trick. This would also fit nicely within the 4-year cycle idea, which has still been true up to this point. This is also something which people have mostly sworn off by now, exactly, which is ridiculous for the number of reasons that I've stated in the past. One of them being that Bitcoin is running on a 4-year cycle with a 4-year halvings. Also that it aligns. Some people disagree with the 4-year cycles. They are more of the school that Bitcoin aligns with the M2 money flow charts, and this is why it's pumping, and this is why the 4-year cycles take place. Best to play it level by level. As always, short term, there's a lot of obstacles, uncertainty to conquer. Just never lose sight of the larger view, the ledger view. So his chart is predicting that this is going to be the last rally this cycle. 24 bars, 68 days, volume $272,000, which is kind of what I predicted as well. But I think it would be a little bit longer than 100. See how many bars? 168 days. Yeah, so he's talking about August. So same thing, August right here. So I think we would need to see a massive, a huge magnitudinal increase over here if it does go into August straight without another pump, without another retracement and another pump. Don't wait for the $250,000 Bitcoin, because it's not going to happen. I think if it does pump to 170, that's going to be the max. So I'm looking at 150,000 that I think Bitcoin may go to, and then there's going to be retracement, and that could be the end. It could be the bear market, or it could be just another drop, at after which point we'd see Bitcoin to see into the massive heights that everybody or so many people have talked about. But the third leg is kind of up in the air, and then it's going to be bear market times. So make sure to stay vigilant and secure those profits, peeps. And there are already articles starting to circulate with the claim that Bitcoin is going to go to 200,000. Do not fall for that. It's not going to go to 200,000 right now. It certainly is going to go to 150,000, I think, but I would call that a quite close to a peak, because if you do wait for that 200,000, which may or may not come, you're going to miss the top, you're going to miss the pump, you're going to miss the gains and the profits. And remember, all the announcements that came in the past, when Trump began announcing his policies, that's when the market turned. Prior to Trump stepping into office, that's where we saw the pumps. And then when Trump came in the office, the market turned. It was buy the rumor, sell the news event. ETFs had a delayed event, and now the tariffs are paused, and so we're seeing the pump. So do not forget the tariffs. It's very important, because once that starts kicking in again, and once talk of tariffs, of resuming tariffs resume, we're going to see another dump, and so that's going to happen. So you gotta look out for that. We've got about 2 months left, I think. June and July, April, May and June. I think we've got 2 months left until the talks of tariffs is resumed. So do not get side blinded by these articles that are talking about a 200, 250 or 10 billion or billion dollar Bitcoin price tags, because you're going to lose sight of what's important, and that is securing your gains before the market turns again. And to celebrate all that wonderful craziness, Descent Wallet is right now giving away 1,000 DAG for free with the purchase of a brand new wallet. If you purchase your wallet, security and convenience, all with just one finger. I've made a bunch of review videos. You can pick up one Descent wallet for a price tag of $139, actually $129 with the CryptoFather ref code below the video. And same thing for a double of these. So basically you get about $30 off on the single unit if you purchase one of them, and you will receive, I think, a $90 discount if you purchase 2 of these bad boys. This event is running until April 28th. Today is the 23rd, so you've got 5 days to get your orders in, get this wonderful wallet in, store your crypto on it. 6 days remaining. They've got hold and swap challenges coming up, 120,000 DAG in prices. Stay tuned for the next event. First prize 20,000 DAG giveaway. So these guys are going as fast as hotcakes. So giddy up, giddy up. Find the ref links below the video. Follow the ref link. You get a special discount with the CryptoFather ref code. Pick up your very own Descent wallet. Get yourself the airdrop and store your crypto on the wallet that essentially has, I'm gonna make a review video tomorrow of it. The mobile wallet for Descent has 3 wallets in it. There is the biometric one, there is a card wallet, and just a regular hot wallet in your that is run on your phone, on your mobile, and you don't need to use either one of them. You can use that as a standalone wallet without actually having to purchase the Descent biometric or the card wallet, and then you can decide whether you want to purchase one of these suckers after that. But so that video is coming up tomorrow, most likely, unless some other piece of crypto news drops in my lap and it's like, you know, I gotta talk about it. Follow the ref link below, pick up the wallet, smash the likes on this video, subscribe to the channel, come back tomorrow for another video. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. Happy hump day. I will see you tomorrow. Peace.